Hello everyone, I am Dave from SaveDex and welcome to another discussion where I'm going to be talking about that trailer for Ring Fit Adventure that Nintendo have released. What is Ring Fit Adventure, I hear you ask? Well, it is a new fitness game from Nintendo and it comes with a few accessories. These accessories being a ring and a leg strap. I thought I'd just give my quick impressions of this trailer, and really I think it looks interesting. And it is definitely something that fills a gap in Nintendo's market, because in the Wii days they did a series called Wii Fit. These were fitness games that came with a peripheral, the balance board, and you did exercises with it, and it was insanely popular. And I did wonder whether Nintendo would bring any fitness style games to the Switch, because again they've got a gap there because they've dropped the Wii brand, they can't bring Wii Fit over, it would look weird. So instead of doing Switch Fit, they've done this. Now instead of it being just exercises and mini games like it was in Wii Fit's day, they've actually brought in a proper RPG here. So how does it work? You put one Joy-Con in the ring, and this ring it contorts, it bends, it does all sorts of things. The leg strap is where you put the other Joy-Con, and that monitors your walking or running, and that's how you move your character around. By the looks of this trailer alone, it seems that your character went on a fixed path. You couldn't steer which direction you were going in, which was strange because you got a steering wheel in your hands. It looks like one anyway. Would be cool if you could tilt it to steer your character. Maybe there'll be a car section in at some point, that would be pretty cool. And when it got to the battles, you have to do exercises to perform your moves in the battle. Like you could do squats and things like that, and certain enemies are weak against certain types of exercise, which is going to be their way of getting you to do a whole range of exercises as you're playing. Now I think this is a good idea because it gets people exercising while they're gaming, and I thought that was a good idea with Wii Fit as well and Wii Sports. And obviously with Wii Fit it was not a substitute for going to the gym. Obviously going to the gym's better for you. Going outside and playing the actual sports is better than playing Wii Sports. But that's what people would say to me. They'd say, oh, you're playing tennis on the Wii, why not just go out and play real tennis? But my argument to that is, yes, playing sports on the Wii is no substitute for going out and playing sports in real life. Obviously that's better for you. But the time you're playing your games in the house, playing Wii Sports, I don't see that as replacing time where you would normally be playing real sports. That is taking up the time where you'd normally be playing video games. So surely in your video game time it's better for you that you're playing games that get you up and moving. That's my side of it anyway, and that seems to be what this Ring Fit Adventure is doing for the Switch. Getting people up and exercising while they're gaming. And unlike Wii Fit, it looks like there's a proper game in here. It's an RPG that seems to have a story, however basic, and battles and levelling up and all the good stuff you like. But my only concern is, how much depth is there going to be for this? Is it something I'm going to beat quickly and not really want to play again, or something I'm going to get bored of because it's oversimplified? You can adjust the difficulty level in the exercise. I suppose intensity of the exercise is a better word to use. So it's more accessible for more people, which is always a good thing. And the technology is looking impressive in the actual ring itself, the way it bends and picks up your movements and things like that. And if it works as well as it does in the trailer, then I think this is going to be pretty impressive. But then again, the Wii at first didn't really work as well as it did in the adverts, did it? And another thing it said is you don't use any buttons at all for this. It's just with the movements. That's making me think of Kinect. Like it tracking your whole body. Obviously it's got no camera on you, so it's not going to pick up the leg that doesn't have the Joy-Con attached to. And like with the Wii, you could just be lying on the sofa and just flicking your wrist to do the tennis movements and stuff. And I suppose you could do that with the Joy-Cons, but who is going to shake just one leg? You might as well move both of them. So I think people will use this properly. So although I am concerned at how meaty the main RPG is in this, they did mention there's mini games in it where you're going for high scores, and I do love things like that, especially when it comes to the motion control stuff. That's when it was at its best, with the mini games. And with Wii Fit, the mini games was all I did on them. I didn't really bother with the exercises other than the virtual jog. I did like that, and this one has running in as well, so that's all pretty good. They did mention that there's a lot of mini games, so I really hope they haven't gone for quantity over quality with them. But I'm sure there'll be some in there that are a lot of fun to play. So there's a lot of good stuff to be said about this. Let's go on to some negatives, or some concerns I should say, from this first trailer alone. Firstly, there's the price. I've looked up the price. There's no European price up at the time of recording this, but $80 is the American price, and I know a standard Switch game is like $60, so since it's about £50 for a Switch game here, I'm guessing $70 is going to be what this costs, which again, that's a standard Switch game price plus the price of the accessories. Are those two accessories worth 20 quid? Time will tell. So for something that looks like a novelty for me, that is an expensive novelty, and I'm just wondering just how much lasting value it has, because Wii Fit did have lasting value if you wanted to keep up the exercises. And my other concern is the fact that Nintendo are releasing the Switch Lite soon. Now, the thing about the Switch Lite is there are several games on the Switch, like Super Mario Party and 1-2-Switch in particular, that do not work with the Switch Lite because you need separate Joy-Cons. So if you have a Switch Lite and you want to play those games, you have to buy the Joy-Cons separately and just play them on the small screen of the Switch Lite. That's obviously going to be the case with Ring Fit Adventure as well. You're not going to be able to play this on the Switch Lite without buying the extra Joy-Cons. Now, at the end of this trailer, it was weird, I thought, because they said with this you're getting the game, you're getting the ring, and you're getting the leg strap. That's all fine, telling you what you're getting. But then they said you're going to need a Nintendo Switch to play this, and the Joy-Cons. They made it very clear that the Switch does not come with this game, which I thought was a very odd disclaimer to make, because surely they should be saying that for every game they advertise. It seems very strange to me that they would point out the obvious like that. But they did not mention the Switch Lite, because if anything they should be putting out disclaimers saying if you own a Switch Lite you cannot play this game unless you buy additional Joy-Cons, and even then you're going to be up and about, like moving around doing these exercises while looking at this tiny Switch Lite screen because you can't put your Switch Lite to the TV. So it's very, very strange that they felt the need to point out that the Switch console is sold separately to this Switch game, yet they didn't point out something that probably doesn't come as common knowledge to the old casual consumer, because this is clearly aimed at a casual market that might not think about the Switch Lite needing the Joy-Cons for it. So it's a very weird thing to omit, Nintendo. But maybe with the Switch Lite not out yet, and obviously they want to sell a load of them, it's just highlighting a negative about the Switch Lite, saying, oh, by the way, you can't play this on this console unless you buy extra stuff first. So to sum up my overall impressions is, I think this looks interesting. I think it'll be a fun time. I think it will do really well. I mean, Wii Fit was insanely popular. I think if they market this right, then it's going to do extremely well. From that trailer alone, I can see the appeal of it, but it's not for me immediately. It's something I'd like to try. It's not something I'm going to buy at launch. I'll see how well reviews do and how popular it is, how much there is to it, and then just maybe I'll pick it up along the way. But again, I don't hate the fact that it exists. It's not really for me, but I think there's a lot of people out there that will love this thing, and good for them. I think I will like it once I eventually get one, and it definitely does look impressive in what it can do. So thank you very much for watching this video, and what do you think of Ring Fit Adventure? Is it something you're looking to pick up? Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this. Make sure you give this video a like if you liked hearing my thoughts, and subscribe for more to come into the future. Maybe I will buy Ring Fit Adventure and play it for you all to see. So anyway, thank you for watching this video again, and goodbye everyone.